few more minutes here, guys. Got to get everything set up. Everything's going kind of wrong here on my end, so be patient with me a few minutes. Hello, pubbers. Welcome. Let's get to the office, shall we? Hello and welcome to the Office Hours, Galactic Historian Office Hours. I am your host, your space bartender, your host and moderator and professor here tonight. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Far Dreamer, Itzel, Ghost. Welcome, everybody. How you guys doing? Oof. So, a couple of announcements to get started. I'm going to do my best to get another video out next week for Galactic Historian on start doing kind of like lore series, like stories, kind of summarizing some of the stories. Not like the way that Meyer does it, which is really awesome. You should listen to that. Sorry, I'm fixing something. But more in the way of like taking stories about specific events or specific people and then talking about them. So, for instance, I'm going to talk about the most famous Star Runner in Star Citizen lore, and why it's so famous. The belligerent duck. We'll talk about the story behind that one, which was actually played out by players too. Like the players had a hand in that one. And then we'll be moving on to talking. I'll be going on from that. I'm talking about there's a raid, a Vanduul raid. It has some significance with some interesting things that happen to it. And we'll talk about that kind of stuff. I also plan on doing things like other series other than Star Citizen. Shocking, I know. But yeah. You're cold dead at work. Okay. Hey, Platinum, how's it going? Commissar, Ghost, Far Dreamer. There you guys go. Thank you so much for that. 9 months there, Ferric. 9 months of the pup already. Yes. We have a space baby. What is the name of our space baby? Being sleep drunk and listening to your goodnight stories. Thank you, Far Dreamer. I know that feeling, man. I know that feeling in my soul. Oh. Shots and cheers in chat, guys. Shots and cheers. Ethan Elsinore. It's Karen from Accounting. That's an amazing name. Thank you for that follow. I have not tried out the Haunted update for Shipbreakers, no. It looks cool, though. What? You just got your character stolen and framed? Someone stole it and framed it for you? That's nice of them. Oh, you were framed. That's nice of them to put you in a frame. That's a little picture there with you and your character. Hey, Dynasty. No, you can't ask. Bad Platinum. So Office Hours is where we talk. It's a kind of a chill stream where we kind of talk about Star Citizen lore and just the game in general. So think a less structured version, even more less structured than more or less structured than Captain's Table. But we talk also about lore. So I usually kind of use it as kind of like a lore question and answer session. Hey, Sten Gun, how you doing, buddy? Yeah. So discussion on Star Citizen as well as talking about lore. It's usually shorter than a typical stream. For those of you guys who don't know, I also stream on Twitch. And for those of you guys who are watching on Twitch, I also do YouTube content. Twitch.tv/theastropub and youtube.com/theastropub to get all that kind of stuff. That branding. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, buddy? I'm glad you have, Stan. It's a pretty good little ship. You need a deep dive? Well, if you need a deep dive, the first thing I would start off is my Citizen's Guide to Lore series. So twitch.tv/theastropub. I'm sorry, youtube.com/theastropub. And go to playlists. So one of them you'll see a Citizen's Guide to Lore. It has 4 episodes, which is a brief overview. And then I go through like a timeline, and then kind of like a breakdown of the stanchion system, and then lastly is a kind of like a big overview of all of the major factions in the universe. Pull up the Galactipedia. Recently updated was Consolidated Outland. Take a look at that one. That looks like a recent picture too. Silas Kerner. 28.99 to present is the founder, which means he celebrated his 40th birthday. No. He's really young. If he's from 28.99. 2900 was... Oh no, 50th birthday. He celebrated his 50th birthday. Not young. He's, well, youngish. 50th birthday last year, so he's 51. Is the founder, sole owner, and lead designer and CEO of Consolidated Outland. Born on Rytif, Bremen 2. We're going to have to do a little thing on Bremen 2. Kerner is the only heir of his family fortune. He invested his family money in a wide range of areas, including fish farming, mining, remote charting, and electronics before founding the spacecraft company Consolidated Outland. Of course, Consolidated Outland... Human spacecraft development and manufacturing company based in Rytif, Bremen 2. The company was founded by trillionaire Silas Kerner in an effort to express effort to disrupt modern spacecraft manufacturing and design conventions by releasing the Mustang, a low-cost, high-utility ship designed of Kerner's own imagining. Kerner followed the successful launch with a different effort to produce a modular colonization ship, the Pioneer. Launched in late 2947. All aspects of ship production, from initial designs to final specs, are overseen by Kerner. Damn, okay. Alright, let's look at the Mustang Omega. This is a good one. The Mustang Omega is a variant of the Mustang civilian spacecraft developed by Consolidated Outland. Like the Mustang Gamma, the Omega is focused primarily on high-performance racing with addition of an upgraded fuel intake. The ship was produced via partnership with the Accelerated Mass Design, who are responsible for additional tuning and styling of the vehicle. Omegas are manufactured with unique red scheme painted and scheme developed by underground artist Skeeter 8. Skeeter! AMD, baby. AMD is in Star Citizen. Max, thank you so much for that sub. Let's go with Miles. Max and Miles, 23 and 48 months. Let's get some beers in chat for those. I have this question. So throughout history, the average lifespan of humans go up. So what's the average lifespan of normal citizen and normal civilian UEE? We don't know the specific civilians versus citizens, but the average human's lifespan is 150 years. Probably a little bit lower in the frontier areas, but we're still looking at well over 100. Yeah. Yep. Which is the reason why Silas Kerner, who is 51, looks like he's 30. Because in reality, he's like about what 30 is today. 23 months, yep. The new ship's UI looks really good. Yeah, I haven't taken a look at that yet, but because I just got home, kind of thing. I have done this though, which is fun. Still need to highlight it. I kind of went lazy on it a little bit, but I like the top there. See, the sides are not quite perfect, but I'm gonna hit it with some highlights and hopefully make it a little bit better. Do some rough and tumble tear. Yeah. Fucking gorgeous earth shaker. Yeah. It's not professionally done. I enjoy it. This is the next one. I've got 2 of them. This one's already been primed. Ready to go. And then I've got some more Bulligrins. Then I was managed to piece together some, or then I also had this one. So like there's like 3 or 4 new guys, because I also have to make this Ministorum Priest. The real details is just primed. The chainsword. Cute little tank, yep, for Warhammer 40k. The Bane Blade. Bane Blades are terrible in 9th edition. I mean, we can talk about the Novatonk. It's got a storied history. I actually kind of talked about it when I did the entire history of oh gosh, Tumbril. The whole history of Tumbril. Entire video on it. In fact, I was going to do a history on the Star Runner itself, but there's not a lot of information quite yet. So, I'm not going to do that one. I still got to do part 2 of my Aegis video at some point. That thing's going to break me. the museum piece on all of Aegis' ships. Yeah, but the plan is to do more videos with Star Citizen lore. Sadly, not a lot of people enjoy the latest video. It's actually underperforming pretty hard. About 300 views below average. Oh, we have got a couple new subscribers. We're actually at 7,100 subscribers on YouTube, which is nice. Let me know when you start paying Gundams. Well, the plan is for the next on the 15th, when the next Twitch check comes, I'm going to use that money to purchase a freelancer from JRDF, and then when that comes, I'm going to assemble it and paint it here on stream. So. Yeah, most people enjoy the ship. I mean, I know what gets views. I'm not stupid. I know what Star Citizen fans want. They will like ships. So giving them ship stories is what they want. They want to know what the lore of their ship is. Which makes sense, you know. It's not nearly as exciting to know that, the Day of the Vara is about, what that was about. And this event that a lot of people are poo-pooing on because they don't like being killed. Or they think it's too bad or whatever. But happy Vara Day. For those of you guys who don't know, it's bad luck to not wear green and black, and I'm intentionally not wearing green and black because I don't believe in bad luck. I believe we make our own luck. But the rest of you superstitious spacers out there, you're here for the UE tax code. Sexy. Thank you, Sparksman. Nice, Max, nice. Yeah, so the Star Runner, the story of the Star Runner is kind of interesting because I have no idea why it was built. there's no reason why Crusader built it other than the fact that Crusader enjoys promoting that it is won a bunch of illegal races, which I don't know why you would promote an illegal race. By the way, this thing that's incredibly difficult but is also totally illegal. we run it all the time, and this thing is the Star Runner is the only one that's won 2 in a row. Or actually completed 2 in a row. I'm sorry, not one. Completed. Because you don't really win that race. It's more of a survival race. You win if you didn't die. Races are not illegal, but there are some races that are illegal. So, like, if it's not sanctioned in like a specific racing arena, then generally it's underground, which means it's not really legal. Will the ghosts enter your ships? I don't think so. Though I wouldn't doubt that they would have a day of the Vara celebration where people are wearing costumes. There we go, Commissar. So the ghosts won't get you. Boo. The Hex races are going to be illegal, yeah. The races at Grimhex are going to be super duper illegal. Actually, haven't added my going live tweet.
The number you have dialed cannot be reached, and that's okay.
Here's another one. Aimless for that 20-month with Prime. Thank you so much for that. More beers for you all. Good morning. Sure, why not? I have not had a chance to see today's ISC. I need to be good and paying attention to it, though. I plan to. I did see that they did a new HUD update for Aegis, which looks good. And I think we'll see with the HUD changes. I think that's probably what we'll see. Like, as the HUD changes start happening, I think that's what you're going to see in terms of speed once they get a lot of these blockers done, because there's really no more blockers for the HUD changes stuff. It's just because they already got the building block stuff done. So now it's just more of a matter of looking at the HUD and then figuring out how to build the HUDs properly and like what looks good. The thing that's only holding them back is their own imagination. So, and practical, like, does it work? There we go. Retweet and spread the love, by the way. Bye. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Is this the channel where I get free ship if I comment something? Yes, Primo. You get a free ship. I ship Draco and Harry. There you go. Here's your free ship, Primo. We got a compass. That's nice. It's only something we've been asking for years. I'll have to take a look at it. Hey, White Wolf, how's it going, man? Let me look through the salt mines of Reddit and see if what they're saying about it. I did find out that people are very. That looks really good. The HUD reboot looked good. Power management makes sense. The HUD looks good. There's a compass. Okay. There's a mini map again. Oh god. These are always in mind. Oh, I like the 3D HUD. I wonder how practical it is, though, in terms of like actual working. Are these all just concepts? Yeah, this looks like a lot of concept work, guys. I don't know how much of this is actual practical in-game functional. A lot of smooth shit. Man, the Mercury, she thick. She thick. What they showed up was in-game? Was it in-game or in-engine? Like, those are two different things. Hello. Hey, Jaybird, how you doing, buddy? Time management's gonna be great. I mean, like, it's something that they've been talking about for a while. They've been planning it out for a while. Doing things like, gosh, what is it called? Resistors, I want to say. The thing that's, it's essentially just like a, it's like a, or is it a breaker? Something like that. It's essentially something that will, like, prevent you from overheating the guns by, like, preventing you from pumping more energy into it. Capacitors, thank you, capacitors. They're talking about capacitors for a while. They've talked about other management. They've talked about, like, how do you deal with mechanical stuff, like engineering issues for a while. They've had the, like, people like, oh, they have to work on the power management stuff. It's like they've had the pipelines forever. They've had, like, the physicalized pipelines forever. That's why you could shoot a part of the ship and the ship would, like, turn off. The issue was that there was no way to actually get access to it. It was, like, digital, not actually physical, in the sense of, like, you couldn't see the pipelines. Now you can see the pipelines, and they can like, they're selecting it for, like, power and heat separately and such. Hey, man, Solo, how you doing, buddy? Question: one of the rumors of the IAE is a new refinery ship. Do you think that CIG would make a refinery ship without having the Prospector's saddlebags mechanics in game? Yes. The reason why is because they will probably just hand wave it. They already have cargo transfers, and they're also using gravity. They're having whatever the handheld tractor beams. That's what it is. The handheld tractor beam technology that they're going to be using. So you'll like, so you can transfer stuff in space. So I wouldn't be surprised if the saddlebags ended up being able to be swapped in space with a tractor beam, thus allowing the saddlebags to become dumped, or just hand wave it. I don't think that the refinery ship is going to be released the same. Like, I don't think it's released in 3.12. If they do a refinery ship, there's no way it's coming out in 3.12. It's coming out after 3.12, and the first step of the refinery is the refinery deck. So, which is on space stations, which is what you'll have to do if you're a miner if you want to get any money out of it. You can sell the raw ore for nothing, or you can refine it, but you need to have, like, I don't know how they're going to do it. The way I do it is probably just like, hey, we need carbon and iron. We can make steel. Put this number of iron, this number of carbon, and it'll go. So it'll make you more refined versions of what you have, which will give you higher prices for them. But knowing CIG, it's not going to get you, you're not going to make more money mining now. It's just going to take longer to make the same amount. Multipass, the multi-tool, yeah. But yeah, we're not going to see refining in 3.12. We'll see it like whenever CIG finishes after whenever CIG finishes iCache, because something like that would be incredibly taxing on the servers. Yeah, Minecraft smelting, baby. It's fine. That works. I like that. I also like the idea of being able to like look at a planet and look at the number of the amount of nitrogen it has in the atmosphere and go, that's breathable. Instead of having a ship that kind of goes, here's all the information, by the way, you know, or just have a ship that says the atmosphere is breathable. It's like, that's fucking boring. Let me say, oh, there's like this amount of argon, this amount of nitrogen, this amount of carbon. I want to see the people's eyes light up and they go, oh my God, it's a breathable atmosphere, you know? Or be able to fuck with people as a science officer when someone's like, and you're looking at like formulas and someone's like, what are you looking at? Oh, well, this is a complex carbon life form somewhere down there. Ooh, that looks like a lot of complicated stuff. Yes. It's alcohol. I'm analyzing the alcohol. On the planet? Yes, the alcohol on the planet that was left by the smugglers. I don't think you'd have terraforming, but I mean, like, the idea of being able to scan a planet and see if its atmosphere is breathable. Drink every time. Yeah, thank you. Or in the real world, cheap. Refined materials worth way more than ore that came from. And that's the idea. I mean, the idea is the reason why you need refineries, the reason why you need cargo decks is because refineries are eventually going to be needed for the universe anyways, and for the background simulation anyways. Same with cargo decks. So those things are designed to slow you down a little bit in game, but also are designed to simulate the background universe a little bit more. So, yeah, 3.12 is, I got to keep reminding myself that, 3.12 is not some major patch, but that's okay. Because if 3.12 is smaller, then they're not going to fall behind again like they did at the beginning of this year. Like, COVID didn't help, but they were behind massively before COVID shut everything down. And they were like at least a month behind when COVID hit. Just because they were trying to catch up with all of the releases that they had to do after 3.8. It was like 3.8.2 or 3.8.3 that they released with the Carrick. And that was slowing things down as well. So monohydrate, yeah. Exactly, Fardrum. You get what I'm saying. There's a lot of dihydride monoxide. There's a lot of dihydrogen carbon hydrogen 2 CH2O. If 3.12 keeps my rock from falling through the planet, I'd be happy. Yeah, man. Well, let's not get crazy now. There, miles away. Let's slow down a little bit and take it so that it's not crashing. Oh no, sodium chloride. Yeah. Exactly. The planet is just rich with dihydrogen monoxide. And large veins of ferrous oxide. Is it valuable? I guess. Yeah, dihydrogen monoxide is just water. And I believe ferrous oxide is rust. Ferro-oxide, maybe, because it's when iron gets oxygenated. We have no potatoes on board. Scan the planet for space potatoes. Oxygen is for the weak. Thank you so much, that Triple U, for that 48 months. Shots and cheers in chat, guys. Shots and cheers. Yes, I'm a big proponent of as much real-world science as you can do while gamifying it. So you can have some people who are good at Googling or just know science will be able to do that. Trick people into learning real-life science a little bit. You know, that's what Kerbal did to me, but I don't expect something like Kerbal. But like, for instance, with medical profession, like knowing the difference between a concussion and a contusion, or a laceration and a cut. Well, they're kind of the same thing. The usual laceration is a little bit deeper. You know, that kind of thing. Little things like that. Like, I'm not expecting you to be able to fucking perform surgery IRL from it, but like, knowing some basic things like symptoms of heat exhaustion, symptoms of hypothermia, symptoms of the flu, which people know, but, you know. Will we ever actually space people, like throw them in an airlock and yeet them into the void? You can kind of do that already. You can carry people. You can knock people out and drag them. If you wanted to, you could knock people out, drag them into, well, I guess you can't depressurize a hull yet, but soon. Also, for anybody who didn't know, the latest episode of Galactic Historian is 100% a homage to the paranormal shows I grew up with and the paranormal shows on YouTube that I watch. Ah, I see what you did there, Small. I just see what you did there, Small. Spontaneous. Notice I said soon. But yeah, so the next video is going to be on the Belligerent Duck, which is the most famous star runner in Star Citizen. The most famous Mercury star runner in existence. Why? Because she's a criminal. There's actually a cool story about it. It was all taking place during the IAE of 2948. About a heist that took place in Bering's Laser Labs, and there's an interesting story about it. It's a two-part story. Plus, there was a bunch of like interactive stuff you could do to hunt the Star Runner, with Alex and Null. No, not Null. I forget his name. I'll pull up the names. I have them written down because I wrote a script. Almost entirely finished with it, too. Da-da-da. Yeah, it's only 4 pages too, so it's gonna be about 8-9 minutes. Alex Dugan and Mas Hulon. So, human woman and her Banu, like, hacker partner. Is there any lore behind the Javelin wreck on Daymar? Not that I know of. Maybe you can drag them off the ramp in space, but sadly everyone wears spacesuits all the time. Yeah. Criminal girls are hot. Just saying. They're never. Don't do it, dude. Don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth your missing kidney. When do we get the metallic mallard? Well, the metallic mallard, the angry avian. We're gonna get that video episode next week. I'm writing it. I've written it. Started writing it today. I'm gonna finish it up today/tomorrow, and then I'm gonna record the voice when I'm not so nasally on Saturday or Sunday. Record the voiceover, and then I'll do the editing Sunday and Monday kind of thing. Question. Sorry if this has already been asked, but do you know when the Star Citizen election results will be announced? November 1st. November 1st. So, Sunday. Monday. Sunday or Monday. Yeah. No, so the belligerent duck is the name of the ship we're talking about. It used to be called, gosh, what was the original name on it? It was something super edgelord. It was originally named the Razor's Edge, and then Alexandria Dugan, the owner, she won it from the original owner, who was an info runner, and then renamed it Belligerent Duck. Renamed it the Belligerent Duck just to piss him off. AI Lady's gonna win. Though it's close. I think it'd be closer than it's not going to be a runaway, because there's plenty of people who voted for Titus Costigan. There's a lot of people who are out there for Nago. There's lots of people out there for I think those are the three, probably. Nago, Costigan, and Addison. I think Addison's gonna win though. She was the meme candidate. Go through some stuff real quick. None of that clever shit. Nago's the only one who can fix this problem. You've seen LaSalle? I haven't seen much of LaSalle. I've seen mostly people talking about Addison. I don't know if they'll release it on Sunday, though. They might release it on Monday, because that's when the lore thing is. So, question, do you think the C2 Hercules will make it in the 312? No. Hercules not making it in the 312, guys. WYSIWYG with 312, guys. What you see is what you get. Do I think Addison's traveling with a Mercury Star Runner? Yes, let's just say that. Small, I have no idea where you're looking when you're seeing a bunch of people for LaSalle. LaSalle can... Let's see, how long has this been? LaSalle can... Yeah. Fuck that man. What's yours think with Castra and Cascom? Castra the system? Cascom. Oh, after Addison. Okay, yeah. I've seen more Nago as well. Oh, Cascom is the name of the planet. Oh, Castra. I know where this is. City of Sherman, right. Isn't this where the IAE is? I know it's where Kruger is. Like, the actual IAE is on Sherman, I think. Maybe in Hadrian, one of the two. It's basically an old Perry line system. I'm trying to see where it is in terms of, like... oh, it's next to Nix and Pyro. I wouldn't be surprised if it's close after. It seems like a good system for it, because it only has 2 planets. Castra 1 and Castra 2. And Castra 2 is Cascom. And it has, I believe, the IAE. Let me look up the IAE again. Even though people think I have like an encyclopedic knowledge of Star Citizen, I do mostly. I don't remember all of the systems. Portfolio for IAE. Farron. Farron's is where it is. Pretty sea above the cloud that's between Terra and Nyx. Yeah, it makes sense. LaSalle is very popular in Lorville. Of course he is. When the Arc Station is there, I'm going to go there. My pilgrimage to the holy places. We must honor the machine spirit. Of course, I know we have a wiki. Star Citizen. It's StarCitizen.tools. It's a fantastic device. It's what I use all the time for my introduction for a subject. So I usually go there first to see something. It usually has some good stuff, and it also has some full-on transcripts in there as well. But it also usually references at least where you can find more information about it. It's not great though. There's lots of other tools which you can use. You can never beat, actually reading the lore. A lot of writers put a lot of time and effort into those lore pieces. Once a week for 8 years. Beat boot modem noises. Yes. But I'm actually gonna, that's another thing I'm gonna start doing as well. I'm gonna do things like, I'm gonna do, some videos talking about how Star Citizen lore compares to other lore. I'm going to talk about, like, how does Star Citizen compare to something like 40K? It's like, well, 40K has had, like, 40 years to build up a lot of lore, but Star Citizen's a lot more organized than, say, 40K lore. Or Star Trek. It's like, it's probably on par with Star Trek in terms of its complexity, but again, has a lot more organization. It has some problems, but because there's only been 4 writers working on it, it's really not as convoluted as even something like Star Wars, which has some convoluted as fuck lore. Or Mech Warrior, which I don't even want to touch. Like, Mech Warrior needs a fucking reboot, baby. It needs to touch the reboot button and restart everything. I'll turn down a little bit. Really? My music is that loud? It's like literally 1%. My voice is just super soft, that's all it is. Wow, it is really super soft. What the fuck? Hold on. How about now? Is that better? Is that better? No, it's not. Jesus Christ. Is this better? No. Wow, it's really, really soft. Hello, hello, hello. That's got to be better, right? Yeah, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Now you can probably hear me a lot better now. Yeah, so I installed voice mod again because they've like fixed a lot of the problems. I was a early adopter for it, and they had a lot of issues. So now it's much better. The problem is that it does reduce the input a lot. So, like, normally I'd keep my a lot of my stuff a little bit lower, but yeah. So I'd rather it be super high, and then I can kind of like reduce it on my end a little bit. I think I just peaked there a little bit. Super peaked. Is that better? Is it still bad? Oh, wow, it is super bad. Check, check, check. Better? No, it's still too loud. Is that better? Or is that too soft? I gotta get kind of hit that medium spot. Okay. As long as I'm not peeking. Let's see if this sounds good. Hold on. Hello, welcome to the Astropub. I am your... Let's see if I can hear myself. Hello. Come in. Come in. Sound, how does it work? I don't know. Chat, tell me. Tell me, chat. I need to know. Or even better.
Not bad. Hello, chat.
Yeah, this is all voice mod is what you guys are hearing. Perfect voice for a Kraken. Let me change this up a little bit. That should be good. I know that laugh. Let's see. There's a couple other good ones in here.
What up? It's your boy, Paul. Yeah.
I have too much fun with this. I just need to set some actual like buttons to push where I can change it back and forth. You gotta love my autotune, baby. You gotta love my autotune. Okay, there we go. The beeps are weird. I'm gonna turn that off. Do you guys hear the beeps when I go?
What up?
Exterminatus, yes. You can hear the beeps. Okay, so let's see if I can turn off the frickin' beeps. There we go. I think I got it. There we go. Sorry, just messing with things. Something's beeping? It was, and then I turned it off. Let's get back to not just me messing with the stream. So yeah, we're going to do one on the belligerent duck, and then the next video we're going to do is on, after that is going to be on the... I'm definitely going to do a cyberpunk one. I might just do my Ages video, to finish up the Ages video. Do you remember Spider-Man from Far From Home? He interrogates the guys at this parking lot? Yes. Yes, I remember that one. Love Jenna, by the way. Her leadership. Thank you, Blackburn. Thank you for here, man. What has been? What is that article? Under Article 5863/02A. Damn, man. Find the tab making noises adventure. Yes. Good adventure there. What duck? The belligerent duck, which is the most famous star runner in lore. The reason why it's the most famous star runner in lore is because it broke into into Bering's laser labs on its own and escaped. Pretty ballsy little ship. And her crew is as ballsy. And one of the coolest skins in the game, yeah. Which you guys get if you participated in the hunt for the duck. The duck hunt, as it were, event back in 2018. So I'm glad that the ISC is good, because that would be freaking horrible if the ISC was bad, especially whenever when Disco puts a lot of creative effort into it. You know what? That's a good thing, dude. I love it when we cringe from Jared. The Duck Hunt is 2 years ago, man. It was November of 2018. It was actually when they introduced the Star Runner as a concept ship. And I will say this, at least most of the ships this year have been either straight to flyable or just rounding out old concepts and making them better. That's a good thing. Improving on concept ships or getting out concept ships is good, even if it's not a ton. So what's with this thing with the Pinko the Penguin? Everyone seems to worship him. Something like I've noticed in my 3 weeks. He's like a meme. He's a plush you can get at Microtech. And people loved it because it's a plush. It's that guy right there. He's like the mascot of Microtech. You still hearing me like do crazy shit? Because you shouldn't be hearing me like at all. There we go. Lord of Darkness. Test. Yeah. It's the new lamp. Yeah. No, I know what I have to do here. Hold on. Test. Checking. Nope. Checking. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to change this. There's the default audio. Bio 3. All right. Testing. There we go. That should work. You guys can still hear me, right? Thoughts on today's ISC? I haven't seen it yet, Grim. Is that a Carrick in the background? This is the Carrick office in the background, yes. Pico is coming on board. Penguin is coming on board. I get it. You hear everything, do you now? Previous sound was better? This was better? Was there some background information, like background noise when you heard the other one? Yeah, I'll take a look at it later. I'm not going to shut down the stream, Grim. Jesus, man. I switched it back to the other one. The way that I thought I set it up properly was like this. A little loud. Okay, let me turn it down a little bit more. Is this any better? Hello, 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 hello. There we go. I got a lot much more control. I've got a lot more control. Got a lot more control over this one, I think. Now I can kind of like increase it and decrease it as I need to. This should be fine though. I mean, I might be a little bit low, but I gotta just talk a little bit louder. So in the end, will every company have their own starter ship? No, but every company will have its own story. There's only 3 starter ships in the game. Technically 4. The 100, the Mustang, the Aurora, and the Reliant. Everything else is not really a starter ship, though you could classify like the Titan as a starter ship, or the 300 as a starter ship, or even the Gladius is a starter ship. Oh, I guess the Arrow is also technically a starter ship, but not really. Because I think technically I can still do this with this voice.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, coming in. Can you hear my audio? Does it sound like I am a spaceman? In-game space.
There's no constant definition of a starter ship that includes core and excludes the Titan. Yeah, there's no real... Starter ship is just whatever it can come with the package, technically. Old-timey radio. Good, good. Thank you guys for the support. Oh yeah, the Pisces is technically a starter ship too, because you can get a package with it. Yeah, starter ships is just kind of a variance. I think, generally speaking, anything that's between 0 and like $70, $60, $70 would be considered a starter ship. Because if you considered everything that comes with a package, then like the freaking Connie can be a starter ship, because the Connie is a part of a starter package. So that's what I need to do. I need to sit down and do an absolute definition of a starter ship. Because it, like, in my mind, the best definition of a starter ship is that it has to come with a package. It has to be a single seat ship or be usable by a single person, and should be under $100. And has a jump drive, has a quantum drive and a jump drive. Those are the definitions, I think. Gray Cat Buggy you can't, because you can't get a starter. You can't get a game package with a Gray Cat Buggy. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean you can get it. You cannot get a Carrack is over $100. And just because you can pilot it alone doesn't mean you can shoot all the guns with it. You can operate like a... Do Reliance have jump drives? Yes, they do. Well, no, because there are some ships that come with the game which are like $200. I wouldn't necessarily call those starter ships. A lot of those ships are nowhere near starter. They're much more like end game level ships. Speaking of starter ships, CIG gave us a bunch of 100s to give away. Thank you, CIG. Exclamation point 100 if you guys want to get in on that, especially if you're on Twitch. You have to use exclamation point 100. No, 2948 was the best starter pack. Oh. There we go. Yeah, 2950 is not bad, but 2948 was a super deal. I would say the Arrow is a starter ship if you are a pure combat person. If you're nothing but a combat person, the Arrow is a great starter ship. It's just super expensive for a starter ship. I posted it in chat, guys. If you're on YouTube, you actually, if you exclamation 100, it doesn't give you anything, but it'll be there. It's right there in chat. You should be able to see it. That page doesn't exist for you. This right here doesn't exist. I can't remember the actual price, but it was like $50 cheaper than buying all the ships that you get. Like you got like a Carrack, a Terrapin, and a bunch of other things for like $200. It's like, yeah, it was like $250 for a Carrack, a Terrapin, a 315, an Ursa. It was a bunch of things like that. And like the Carrack alone was a discount. You basically got it because like the Carrack ended up being like $250 or $200. So you're getting stuff for a lot more money. Yeah, yeah. I didn't actually spend a dime on it because I actually had a bunch of other pledges I didn't need or want, so I just melted those and then used that credit. Triple U, I didn't see that. The oxygen's for the week. Thank you so much for that, Triple U. Cobra Commander, welcome. Boop. What's so special about the Carracks? Everyone seems to like them, talk about them. They were the picture, the picture of Star Citizen, the poster child for Star Citizen, because it was all about multi-crew ship exploration. It was all about exploration, and everyone fucking wants to do exploration in Star Citizen. So it became the meme because it was delayed for so long that they memed it. It's kind of like Pico, only about a ship. The package? No, it was much cheaper than that. It was not $600. Now you're going to make me go look into it and see what it actually cost. It was some ungodly cheap in terms of comparison to what it was. Because the 2948 package was before they increased the price of the Carrack. Am I seeing it on my my list, sadly? What's your pre-release plan for the ships you own? I'm thinking the gray market will look pretty good. I'll keep 1 or 2 and sell the rest. Maybe. By the way, who liked Chris Roberts' progress report in ISC? I haven't seen it, no. 695 for the Carrick, Terrapin, Freelancer Door, Cyclone RN, and I think Dragonfly. Okay, yeah. I guess so. Only Planetside and Grimhex. What about only Planetside and Grimhex? The Reclaimer has no use right now. There's also the Reclaimer, which is longer. I think it's thicker, but not longer. It's a creative endeavor. I expect Chris Roberts to support creative endeavors. He's a creative kind of guy. Are you sure Grimhex can't hold it, Darsh? Because the Grimhex can hold freaking 890 jumps. Oh, yeah, you said only Planetside and Grimhex. You only said and Grimhex, yeah. Wait, the Carrick was $600? I forgot it was $600. I thought it was like $200. Yeah, I had a bunch of like other ships that I had purchased over the years that I just had no purpose for, and then a bunch of credit. So I ended up I just pooled my credit in all my ships that I didn't care about, including my starter package, and then got that thing. So, damn, that is not worth it, guys. It's really not worth it. Carrick is not worth that money. 3 or 4 years ago, damn. I have one because I got that exploration pack. I got it earlier this year. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth that money. Go earn it in game. I think you can earn it in game now, too. So, wait, was a Starlifter can fit in hangars because it's so wide and thick? It might not be able to, White Wolf. It's not really designed to be going into stations anyways. It's more designed to go to planet side. Gib Thick Runner. Thick Runner. She is extra thick. Extra thick. But remember, she's not designed to land at stations. She's designed to go from planet to planet. That's why she's the Star Lifter and not the Star Fairy. I think you're still going to have XL hangars because you're going to need to... you're not going to have ships being... docked in that way if they're going to need repairs. You know, I get that some larger ships will need extra big berths for repairs, but like generally speaking, like a Star Lifter is going to be probably the same size as a Reclaimer. Yeah, we're more likely to see the Nautilus and the BMMs in the short time. If the MSR doesn't come with a bowl of oatmeal. Hey, Raytheon, how you doing, buddy? The Carrick can fit into the Spaceborne hangars. The Carrick can fit inside the to show you how big the Bengal carrier is. The Bengal carrier's hangar deck could fit a Carrick. Easily. It could fit a Hammerhead. It can actually fit an Idris. The Idris couldn't fly into it. There's no space big enough for the Idris to get in, but the interior of the hangar is actually large enough for an Idris. Did you see the latest offerings there, Raytheon? She's a super carrier. Of course she's big. She can carry an entire fleet of bombers. You could probably fit 2 or 3 side by side Carracks on a Bengal. I mean, they kind of did like all of the ships have their skins now, as for terms of like being able to customize them at the beginning of checkout, maybe. But you can get the skins right now. You can get the skins in game. 8, yeah. And the hanger goes from bow to stern. Like the entire bottom half of the Bengal is just a hanger. That's lengthwise too. How about sideways? The bagel carrier is huge, guys. No, you will never be able to purchase a Bengal carrier. However, CIG has said in the past that there will be Bengals out there which are derelict that you can find and fix up. The Bengal requires like 1,000 players to function. It is a floating city. It is a floating planet in terms of gameplay. Like, I don't think anyone short of maybe Test Squadron or I don't know, is Explore still a thing? The largest organizations in Star Citizen could possibly even function, make a Bengal function. Though Operation what is it? Operation Soul, I think it is what it's called. One of Test Squadron's early goals, this is giving away our secrets, was to find the first Bengal in game, the first derelict Bengal in game, fix it up, only exclusively to fly it into the Sol system, into the sun. Just to collect the tears of the tryhards who are like, but it's a Bengal. It's like, yeah, we don't care. We're flying into the sun. We're going to have a party while we blow the only thing up. You wouldn't be able to fly it in UE space. No, it would be incredibly illegal. It'd be like taking a super carrier, modern US super carrier, for a joyride up and down the coast of the East Coast. You're gonna get fucking shot. It has public transport inside of it. There's no claim time in a Bengal. It's one and done, baby. Once that thing gets blown up, you ain't getting it back. Test Squadron fixing a Bengal just to blow it up? Not to blow it up, to fly it into the sun, then to have it explode. We're going on a party tour of the entire solar system before flying that bastard into the sun. An immense use of resources and manpower and time just for a joke. Yeah. What do you got? What do you got? A Bengal? Maybe. Oh, we're flying it in there with us. How much is the Bengal, you think? IRL cash? You're not going to be able to buy a Bengal, guys. You can only find them, and it's probably going to cost you several billion UEC just to fix up. Like, the idea is, this is theory crafting, entirely theory crafting. We take the Bengal, or you find a Bengal which has all of its exterior hull mostly intact. you just need to find replacement parts for it. So you need to find like replacement engine parts, not the engines, but like power plants just to run the engine. You'll need to find parts like subcomponents for the engine itself, the main power plant itself, to make it function. Maybe some resources to specifically pump into the power plant to turn it back on. Life support, power, engines, maneuvering thrusters, shields, weapons, all of those components. So. I mean, yeah, that's the idea behind it, at least in terms of CIG's concept, is that it's going to be like a mobile base, like not just a mobile base, but like a mobile city, where like an org who can control it will be able to turn it into a trade port, almost as it will. That's a lot of firepower, though. Remember that the Bengal has an array of railguns. So I think it's like the Idris's railgun, there's like 6 of them. Whereas the Idris fires like Ursa-sized rail shots. The Bengal fires Idris-sized rail shots. And there are 6 to 8 of them on the Bengal. One of those babies could crush another Bengal. The size of an Idris. Yes, thank you. It's the size of an Idris. It fires Aurora-sized shots, I think. Metric shit ton of Argos. You'd probably need a fleet of Argos and Crucibles to fix it. Is the Retribution. Thank you. Well, no. See, everyone thinks that main section in the middle of the Retribution is a railgun. That's not. We don't know that, but we do know that there's like 2 or 3 of the Bengal's railgun arrays on the Retribution. The one that has 1 of those arrays, Retribution has multiples. Possibly, like in theory, you could probably put 6 of those bad boys on the Retribution, which would make it incredibly dangerous. Ten forward from TNG. I mean, I don't. If there's a bar that's like 10 forward from TNG on the Bengal, it's not going to be like 10 forward. It's going to be like a warehouse that's also a club. I mean, it's pretty much what it is. Like in lore, the reason why the Retribution was built was specifically to fight kingships. It's humanity's version of a kingship, and frankly, in terms of all of the lore posts, if you believe, I guess a lot of it could be propaganda, but like a lot of the lore posts, it's better than a kingship. Like a kingship is like a salvage, scrapped together piece of junk that has a ton of firepower. The Retribution is like a honely crafted death machine. It's a dreadnought. It's a super heavy dreadnought. It's its own class of ship. It is so bonkersly big and powerful that it would be able to probably destroy a planet. A kingship is 3 times the size of a Bengal. About. It's like 2.5 times the size of the Bengal. Hey, Real Exodus, how you doing, buddy? Possibly. I mean, I'd imagine that there's the highest level of spawn beds there. We were talking about the Retribution right now. We're talking about the Bengal and the Retribution. Yeah. There's also, yeah. That's the Retribution. That's the Kingship. The Bengal is, it's about twice the size of the Kingship is about twice the size of a Bengal. The Pegasus doesn't exist anymore. Those are the old models. I'll show this again on screen so you guys can see. This was the old comparison. So yeah, that's the Retribution, and that's the Kingship, and that's the Bengal. The Bengal was about 1,000 meters long, and the Kingship is about 1,500 meters long. Retribution is about twice that. And the theory is that this part right here is a railgun. But we know that this is a railgun array, this is a railgun array, there's probably 2 on the bottom as well, so that's 4 railgun arrays. Not to mention any of the other guns that are on this thing. Possibly even hangars on this thing too. So. And this is from the 2015 leaks. This is 5 years old. Pegasus is not a ship anymore, Darsh. Nice, Jeru. Congratulations, buddy. Thank you for voting. Yeah, I voted Wednesday morning. Oh no, the Retribution's totally gonna die. There's no way that thing. This is a Chris Roberts game. There's no way the biggest ship humanity's ever built is going to survive. But it's also gonna die in a stupidly heroic, patriotic way. Not that I heard of, like, we haven't heard anything since from about the Pegasus. Not even a peep about it. And a lot of its role was completely usurped by the Kraken. So, like, I think the Pegasus is dead, guys. Like, I would not put any stock in the Pegasus still being a ship in game. No, the Retribution's a one of a kind. It's the only ship in its class. It's the Retribution class Dreadnought, or Super Dreadnought, which means that it might be, and there might be able to build more of them, but it's super expensive. It's RSI, I must have it. Turns into a city? Yeah, maybe. That's what the Olympus is. There is an actual UEE Bengal, which crashed on the planet and is now a pirate city. A la Macross City. I think I put it in the game or just lore. What? The Pegasus? The Pegasus it's gone, but the Retribution is definitely in Squadron 42. It's in lore. I don't know if it's going to survive Squadron 42 though, so you probably won't have it in game. Do I think Synthworld's a weapon? No, I think Synthworld's a Synthworld. Synthworld is a entirely synthetic world, a world that's being made out of a planet being made out of materials. So think of it something like an O'Neill cylinder from actual like the colonies in the Gundam series, or the space colonies in the Gundam series, or like a Dyson sphere, or like the Shield worlds of Halo. It's actually more like the Shield worlds of Halo, where it's this giant planet that's made out of metal, that's designed to be an inhabited world that they're going to create from scratch. The idea being that once they have the technology to build planets, they don't need to terraform planets anymore, which means they can just build worlds whenever they want to if they want to expand. They can find a completely lifeless system and build a planet. However, it's been going on for 100 years, and it's incredibly expensive, and a lot of people call it basically a money pit, because nothing's coming out of it. Cybertron. Yeah, it's Cybertron. It's Project Archangel. It's in the universe. It's in the... can't remember the name of the system, but it's not too far away from where we are in it's like a jump away from Elysium. No, it's jump away from Lear, I think. It's really close to Lear. Last question. You can ask more than one question. When do I think the mystery armor might be? I don't know, man. There's a lot of options. It's a mystery. That's what the point. Is it Kronos? Yes, it's Kronos. Thank you, Darsh. It's not telling you where the system is. It's in the Kronos system. It's in the Kronos system. Oh, it is in the Kronos system. That's what you're saying. I thought you're talking about Kronos like the Klingon homeworld. Pico armor confirmed. There we go. I mean, there's people talk about the scout armor, the bounty hunter armor, there's lots of options. What's the terminal velocity of an upright human body? 42. Yeah, the armor with the Predator helmet's what some people think, which is the bounty hunter armor. I finally have over 3 million credits. I'm thinking about buying a ship in game. I'm not sure which if there'll be a wipe and if they'll preserve credits. It's and just wipe ships. Thoughts? Man, I don't know. They're gonna wipe it eventually, so might as well blow while you got it. That's the question. Or that's the answer, I should say, to your question. Just use it however you want to. It ain't gonna stick around forever. They're gonna wipe it sooner rather than later. I don't know if they're gonna wipe it in 3.12, but they'll definitely wipe it before they go into the other stuff. Nah, they're not going to do a parachute. What they'll do is probably more like some sort of like retro rocket system. Would be my guess. I'd love to see what I'd like to see is specialization, where if you're a pilot and you want to survive a crash and you can eject in atmosphere, you can have an attachment like an armor chest piece. Which has got like a survival pack on it, and part of that survival pack is that it will is essentially like a jet pack that will let you give you enough burst of juice to survive any fall at any velocity or at most velocities. I mean, we'll see if they wipe. I think any kind of major change to the economy. It doesn't have to be the quantum system that they have. It could be iCache or server meshing. Anything that would increase the number of players per server could do that as well, or the number of NPCs. Emergency jump jet to do a hover slam. Basically, yeah. So like you're as you're about to hit the ground, you just immediately suicide burn and slow down your trajectory. Yes, it would kill a normal person going from, whatever, like 2,000 meters per second to 0 in a couple of seconds. But whatever. It's the future. I don't know if you're going to get glider wings. I think that's something that they might do in the future, but I don't think it's something they'll do right away. I think it's more likely they'll do something like that because not every planet has atmosphere, so a parachute doesn't make a lot of sense. I like the idea of a grav chute that you see in some sci-fi, which basically like a parachute, but instead of like fabric, it is basically like anti-grav panels that'll slow you down. Anything above 50G is lethal. Yes, Alex. The way that the Russian space program lands their capsules is, I think they have parachutes, but at like right before their capsules hit the ground, they have retro rockets that will fire to slow the descent, to break the descent, braking rockets. And those braking rockets can cause a fuck ton of like whiplash because it's a huge poof jump. It's mostly designed to just kill any velocity, so that when this metal ball hits, this steel ball smashes into the ground, being carried by parachutes, it can slow down enough not to kill everybody on board. The penguin of prey. Oh God. I mean, they will have ejection capsules. You're talking about like the like escape pods almost. They actually have a G rating when you're accelerating top speed, in terms of it'll show you how many G's you're pulling. Probably close to 30, yeah. I mean, wingsuits wouldn't work either because, again, you need to have atmosphere. I think it would make more sense to do something like anti-grav technology, which already exists, something that's temporary. The 600 has them? Has the escape pods? Yeah, I think a lot of ships have escape pods. 24. Not too bad. Oh, Silky, thank you so much for that 6 months, my man. Shots and cheers in chat. Shots and cheers. Feeling a little out of it, guys. I'm going to probably end it here. It's been good talking with you guys about various lore stuff. Stick around if you guys enjoyed this kind of content. We do live stream. We'll be live tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow playing with a bunch of other folks. Actually, no, I am not live tomorrow, because tomorrow we are doing a charity stream for St. Jude. So I am doing a St. Charity stream. We're doing a live reproduction of the radio drama War of the Worlds on Soul Citizens, twitch.tv/Soul Citizens. It's going to be a fantastic one. We're raising money for St. Jude. The original broadcast was about an hour. We're going to do it for about an hour and 10 minutes, I think. Maybe we cut it down to a pretty simple. Hey, Pickle Skin. Not really a reading. It's more like a reproduction of the radio drama. The original radio drama that scared the shit out of everybody. It's actually like the 92nd or 93rd anniversary of the original broadcast. So, yeah, twitch.tv/Soul, SOL, Citizens, all one word. I think Stim Citizens, Orson Welles. I play one of the characters. I only play one character, but it's the main character. It starts at, let me look at my own posts. I posted about it on YouTube, on Twitter. Uh, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We've got Dig That, Kemi, 65, Montoya, Stim Citizen, Uber Nerd, STL Youngblood, Jorun, Grey-Headed Gamer, Eris, Captain Richard, and Buster the Destroyer. We're all going to be doing these live streams, so this live reading. Yeah, it was fun. We did a rehearsal on Tuesday, and it was pretty good. I will see you guys there as well, but I'm going to get some sleep because I don't want to get sick before doing this. I need to get some sleep, or at least get some fluids into me because I'm feeling kind of off right now. What are reading Fox and Socks? No, I'm the professor was my character, which makes sense. Have a good night, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Remember to watch the latest Galactic Historian, which is on the Day of the Vara, which is the kind of Halloween celebration of Star Citizen. Kind of did a little lore piece on that. Check us out, twitch.tv/theastropub. If you guys want to watch us live, do live stuff like this, check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/theastropub. We got a bunch of other stuff coming up. We've got we've got that reading tomorrow. Then on Saturday, Saturday morning is the finale of season 1 of Star Wars Edge of the Empire, or Star Wars Edge of the Empire game. Star Wars Wretched Hive. So come find out what we do with what our band of adventurous outlaws do. That's at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Then after that, we've got Captain's Table, and then after that, on Sunday, we've actually got more Star Citizen. I do kind of a stream on Sundays now, that same time, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, where we stream Star Citizen. And then on Mondays, not this Monday, because we're still doing some prep stuff, though I might switch it around a little bit. But Monday will also be a stream, usually at some point. So you got to do the crawl, Darsh. Yes. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in. Love your faces. Like I say every time, hope to see you guys again soon. But if I don't, hope to see you someday in the black. And, of course, remember, ex Historia ad Astra.